Alhamdulillah. Something that's, I think, very important that I listened to recently, and it's a question that comes to the mind of many Muslims and many non-Muslims as well, is that is everybody who doesn't become a Muslim in this life, can we say that everybody who is not a Muslim in this life will be in the fire of hell? What is the answer to this question? Anybody? And the other question is everybody that Allah has created and brought out to this life, is everybody who's brought out to this life trialed, and trialed by the deen, like trialed whether he accepts the deen or not? So two questions. Is everybody trialed in acceptance of the deen? It's because it's a trial. وَإِنَّمَا بَعَثْتُكَ لِأَبْتَلِيَكَ وَأَبْتَلِيَ بِكَ. Allah said to Prophet ﷺ, I have sent you to trial people by you and to trial you as well, because he's trialed on his patience and endurance and how he perseveres, correct? But also, we are trialed by the sending of the prophets in general, and for us, we are in the era of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and everybody till the day of judgment is in the era of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, is trialed by him. Does he accept the commandments of Allah through this man or not? Okay? So is everybody mukallaf? Mukallaf means child. And anybody who does not accept the deen of Islam, is he in the fire of hell or not? Very important question. And shaitan will come to many people, especially younger people, and give them doubts about the religion. Oh, how can all these people be in the fire of hell? So what's the answer? You said you were going to say something.
Yeah, those who have not got the right knowledge of Islam, ever, if they have never been exposed to it, probably they are not going to go to the hellfire.
They have to reject.
Exactly. So give me examples of people who are not trialed in this life. Examples of people who are brought to this life but they're not tested by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kids who die and never become adults. Majnoon, people who are born insane, have mental illness. Correct? People who are born in a time where, or a place where they did not receive the knowledge of the prophets. The revelation did not come to them. They were isolated totally from the knowledge of the deen, whether it's the deen of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ or previous revelations given to the previous prophets. Okay, so these are kinds of people who are not tested, but not tested at all, actually. And so what would happen to those people? There's two opinions on this matter. What would happen to them in the Day of Judgment?
They'll probably be judged on their good and bad deeds.
Exactly. Some scholars say, like Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Qayyim, say that they are tested on the Day of Judgment. Allah sends them a messenger and tells them, basically gives them a strong trial and to show what they would have done if they were trialed in this dunya. And based on the response, they go to the heavens or to the fire of hell. If they disobey and reject, they go to fire of hell. If they agree and accept, they go to the heavens. Some scholars say they are in the rahmah of Allah. Allah will not trial them. He will admit them to Jannah just like this. Okay? They are in the rahmah. Imam al-Ghazali says they are in the rahmah of Allah. Okay? And that's fine. Nobody can object to this. The Jannah is the provision of Allah. He can give it to whoever He wills with no price, with not working for it. Even there's a hadith that mentions that the Jannah is so vast that if everybody enters Jannah, still there's so many vast areas in Jannah that have no ownership. Allah will create a creation and give them Jannah just like this. Probably if each one of us wanted to be of that creation. Just create them, okay, you go to Jannah, you go to Jannah, you go to Jannah. Without any kind of trial, not in the Day of Judgment and not in this life at all. So don't think it's something, how can they go to Jannah and not be trialed at all? Yes, they can. Okay? Especially the children who die as children, we know for sure that they are going to Jannah, whether they are the sons and the children of Muslims or non-Muslims. You will not find a religion on earth that is more considerate and understanding and merciful and encompassing to the different situations of different human beings than Islam. Okay? Also, not only that, people who have heard about the Prophet ﷺ, but heard of him in the wrong way, that he is a villain, that he is an imposter, that he's a liar, that Muslims are terrorists. Now, if this information came to them, and that's the only information that came to them, and they had no other means of verifying or researching, okay? And that also those people will not be admitted to the fire of hell. They may be tested in the day of judgment, or maybe admitted to Jannah without any test. Allah knows what will happen. Even Imam al-Ghazali said at his time, he said that most of the people who are Turk at the time doesn't mean Turkey. Turk means the Chinese and Tatar and Mongols and Vietnamese and all these Asian countries, because they were far away from the message of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says most of those people who did not come into encounter with the revelation and the knowledge of the Prophet, and he says that even the people who lived distantly in the Roman Empire, who did not have encounter with Muslims, he considered them dakhiluna fi rahmatillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will admit them into His mercy as well. So we shouldn't look at people that, oh, you're not a Muslim, that you're going to the fire of hell. You as a Muslim, your child, you're a danger, because you have a possibility of going this way or going this way. If you die on Islam, inshallah, you're into the Jannah. But so you are a child. That's why Sahaba used to consider this a huge responsibility. Umar al-Khattab used to sometimes say, "Laytani lam talidni ummi." Says, "I wish I was not even born in this life." Subhanallah, because he felt that enormous responsibility. One time he said, "I wish he saw a camel that was slaughtered. He says, "I wish I was a camel that would be slaughtered and divided, and his meat would be divided between the people to eat and not be questioned on the day of judgment." So on, so this kind of vision, when you look at this, you would understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful and considerate of different situations. And that's what Fir'aun wanted to bring, this shubha, this confusion. When Musa alayhi salam called him to Islam, قال فما بال القرون الأولى. He says, what about all these other people and all these nations that passed and did not hear about prophets? What about them? He answered them a very simple question. قال علمها عند ربي في كتاب لا يضل ربي ولا ينسى. He says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows, He doesn't forget and He doesn't make mistakes. Allah would not put somebody in the fire of hell by mistake. Nobody's going to end in the fire of hell by mistake. When somebody enters the fire of hell, they're asked by the angels standing at the gates of the fire of hell. In Surah Al-Mulk, what are the verses? Surah Al-Mulk. كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى. Yes, those are the people who go to fire of hell. قد جاءنا نذير. Yes, we got a warner came to us. فكذبنا, we rejected. وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء. We rejected that Allah gave any revelation in the first place. إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير. We even called them, we mocked them, we ridiculed them. وقالوا لو كنا نسمع, if we only used our mind, أو نعقل, or our hearing, if we listened and used our mind to weigh the speech and the message, ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم. They have admitted to their sin, which is rejecting the message when they had the chance to understand. But if somebody gets the message, even not complete, but it invokes him and motivates him to research, and he neglects to research. Okay, but he has the message was enough to give him a hint that this could be true, and he decides not to research it any further. No, I'm happy this way. He will go to the fire of hell. Okay, that's an important one. Okay, but who knows what's in the hearts of the people? We can't, right? Only Allah knows what this message and what the information, who got what information, and what this information did in his heart. It's all hidden, right? بل بدا لهم ما كانوا يخفون من قبل. Whatever came in the heart is brought out. يوم تبلى السرائر. Allah will bring out what's in the inside and expose it, and based on that, they will be judged. Now, stop here,
Question.
No. Yes. Question.
No, I'm just calling his attention to your.
Oh, yes.
السؤال
نعم.
هل هذا الموضوع يشمل الناس الموجودين هلا حاليا؟
أيوة طبعا.
يعني في ناس هلا مثلا أنا معي بالشغل ناس كثير ما بيعرفوا ايش كان الإسلام.
صحيح.
أي شيء.
ما صحيح. يشملهم إلا لو أنهم وصلتهم، بس هم في ناس
يعني
كده.
هم ولدوا
الظاهر
حالهم حتى عن دينهم إنهم ما بيعرفوا شيء.
بالضبط كده
طبعا ربك شايفك
عشان تعرفهم شيء. yeah. بس هم ممكن الواحد يعني خلاص ده صمم. He has decided to live in a state of ignorance, although information has come to him to يعني stimulate him to research and look further, but he decided, no, I don't want even research. Okay? No. This is a sin and this leads to the fire of hell. Okay? He may tell you, I don't know anything, because he decided not to know anything. Okay? But he has, Allah knows what lit up in his heart at any point. أي شيء حصل في قلبه أو في عقله خلال سنين عمره كله, during his lifetime, whatever happened in his heart and mind, Allah knows. If he got some kind of light bulb in his mind or in his heart telling him, oh, this might be a message, you have to research and stuff, and he said, no, I'm not going to. And then this is how he lived the rest of his life. No, that's the big problem. No.
More people that get killed by someone, right? I know they're not, either or anything, but non-Muslims get killed.
If somebody got killed, if he had the basic iman, it will be an expiation for his sins. It might be a reason for him to go to heavens.
So if they're ignorant, but it's not their fault, so they got killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it might be a reason for Allah for forgive his sins by this
Yeah.
calamity that has befallen upon him to get killed.
Maybe
It's a
they got
calamity.
sick, so sick, like with terminal illness.
Yes,
like cancer
all this
or
is
something.
expiation for the
Yeah.
sins. So some people would, if they did not, something like this did not happen to them, might have ended in the fire of hell.
Yeah.
And Allah saved them by this disaster falling upon them, whether they got killed
Yeah.
or they got really sick and so on.
And,
Yeah.
and to your point, when you were saying that Jannah is so big,
Yes.
that even the whole humanity can come in and.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing, it will be
like
nothing.
In the known universe, the
Yes.
Earth is so small.
Absolutely.
That if you look at the universe, it won't even be a grain of sand. in the
Absolutely.
desert. It's so small.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, so there's no lack of resources, yeah. Okay, sorry.